Hey there. Is the F chord holding you back from playing some great songs? Fear not. I'm going to show you an easy to play F chord that sounds great. Let's do this. Hi there. I'm Tomas Michaud from Real Guitar Success. I'm going to show you how to play an easy version of the F chord that sounds great. No bar required. Now, first we're going to start off with the fingering, and then I'm going to show you a critical step to be able to use this F chord, to be able to play it automatically. Then I'm going to give you some important information that'll help you get even more value from this lesson. Let's start with that fingering. Go ahead and follow along with me. Put your first finger on the second string, the first fret. Now we're going to put the second finger on the second fret of the third string, right on the string next to it. Now the third and pinky are going to go together on the third fret. That's the fifth string and the fourth string. And it ends up looking like this. Go ahead and take your fingers off and shake them out. Now follow along as I finger it one more time. First finger, second finger, third and pinky together. So that's the basic fingering. Now here's some critical information. As you play this chord, the high E string, the first string, and the low E string are not part of that chord, so we don't want them to sound. The way I deal with that is I let this third finger touch the sixth string a little bit so it mutes out. So as I strum down, you don't hear it. Now for that high E string, there's two ways we can deal with it. One is you can just angle this first finger down a little bit until it touches the string and mutes it out also. Now I'm muting both the sixth and the first string. A second way is to just strum in such a way that you don't actually hit the first string, like this. In this case, I'm kind of using both. I'm slightly touching the first string, and I'm also strumming in a way I'm not really focusing on it. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's all fine and good, but is this really going to cut it? I mean, is it going to sound anywhere near as good as an actual bar chord, F chord? Let me give you a quick demonstration. I'm going to play first this F chord with a couple other chords, and then I'll play the bar and see if you can hear the difference and decide for yourself. So first, here's the new easy version of the F chord. Now I'll play the bar chord. I don't know about you, but for me, there's not much of a difference. Being able to finger your cool new version of this easy F chord really doesn't do you any good unless you can get there smoothly and automatically when you're playing a song or switching between chords. For that reason, I'm going to give you an extremely effective way to practice this F chord. It's effective for two reasons. First of all, we're going to use two chords that you use, especially with the F chord, very often in songs. And because of that, you'll get a chance to make the change very often. And secondly, it uses a technique called common chord fingers. This is something I teach in my Real Guitar Success Academy. The first step is to make a folk-style C chord. And so we're going to finger it like this. First finger on the first fret of the second string. My second finger is over here on the fourth string, second fret. And then the third finger on the third fret of the fifth string. Now you're going to move your second finger over one string to the third string, second fret. And then put the pinky down on the third fret of the fourth string, right next to that third finger. Now you have your easy F chord. Now, let's switch back. Take your pinky off and move the second finger back over. You're back to your C chord. Do that several times so you get the feel of it without strumming. Now, once you get to the place where you're feeling somewhat comfortable switching back and forth without the strumming hand, we're going to make this into a practice. You're going to strum each chord 2 times. So strum the C 2 times, and then put the pinky down and the second finger over to the F chord, and then back. To the F chord. Now, I recommend you do this with a steady pulse, and a good way to do that is to pull out your metronome, set it at a very low speed, and try to keep up with the metronome. Go very slow at first so you have a chance of keeping up. You can always speed up later. Try to stay in time, meaning don't slow down and speed up, or at least go slow enough to where you can practice it and get to where you can stay on the beat pretty easily. Once you can do that without too much strain, go ahead and change it to one chord per strum. So now you're going to strum one C and then move to the F. And again, do it in time with the metronome. Go as slow as you need to so you can get the change. Then the next step is to start speeding up the metronome little by little. This is how you increase your speed of being able to change from the C to the F. Do this a little each day, and you might even want to try a couple minutes several times a day. And you'll find that in no time at all, this will be a fairly easy change and you can integrate it into songs and into your regular guitar playing. So here's something important I want to talk about. Even though this easy F chord is very useful and can be used in place of any bar F chord really, there's still great value to learning bar chords, mostly because you can play them all up and down the guitar neck. That said, this F chord is a great stepping stone to learning bar chords because you're actually making the inner workings of a bar chord. If you want to expand on that, you'll notice that this F chord right here is actually making the form of a major bar chord, and you can turn it into a partial bar by flattening out your first finger. So you can be playing your favorite songs and at the same time working on flattening out that finger little by little until you can get a comfortable partial bar. The next step would be to extend that over into a full bar. So that's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for being here with me. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and leave me a comment. I really love to hear from you. And if you're ready to take things a little farther, check out my Real Guitar Success Academy. I'd love to see you there. Bye for now.